Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I've discovered this particular YouTube channel, Asian Entertainment and Culture, recently, and I've watched a couple of her video and uploaded one, and today I've noticed this one and it's a bit of controversial. I think we have heard in the fandom that there's always discussion of how certain BTS member is being mistreated. I think we as fans has maybe engaged too much or a bit too much into the whole management of the members, but I'm not gonna get into that detail, but we're gonna check out this video and hopefully I will not get triggered, but no guarantee here. Okay, let's go check it out. So the actual title of this video is, does Big Hit favor some BTS members over other members? So, I don't think they do, but there's always discussions out there.
Company favoritism. That's our topic for today. Do Korean management companies have a favorite member? How do we know when they're favoring certain members of a group and ignoring other members? What can fans...
I'm gonna try not to pause. So, take that back. I'm gonna try not to pause too much. Before we start, I think favoritism it's not gonna be eliminated or avoided. We as human beings, we have emotions, we have feelings, so sometimes we gravitate towards one person or some over than the other. Favoritism is not going to be avoided, but should not be materialized in the workplace. So, I'm just gonna stop right there. I've experienced that myself, but we'll see.
do to help the member that's being treated unfairly? And what do we do about what can fans do to help the member that's being treated unfairly? And what do we do about solo stands picking on another member of the same group? This question comes up a lot. Admittedly, it's usually ARMY.
Thank you for your video. I have to say that there are so many videos out there or channels out there that are helping us ARMYs to understand BTS or everything better. I think XLS is one that I really liked, and now I found Asian Entertainment and Culture, and also of course City Magazine, and many others. I have not discovered all of them, but as I do, I will watch your video. I might not react to all of them on camera, but I do watch them so I can learn. Okay,
that are asking this question whenever there is a solo release and they feel like that member is not getting the kind of promotion that he deserves. This complaint comes up, this question comes up. Initially, I didn't want to talk about it because I feel like there are other issues that we can talk about that can help further and promote the art itself and just avoid fan wars. But I also realized that this is a highly emotionally charged issue, and we all come across highly emotionally charged situations and issues, and at least for me, more often than I would want, I allow my emotions to dictate.
Let me read her thing. Okay.
My decisions, and that doesn't help. So maybe even though our jump off point is standing K-pop or our favorite music or artist, even if that is our jump off point, we can apply the process in how we understand the issue in our everyday lives, and maybe it's going to be more helpful. So I don't know if you will find it relatable or helpful or interesting, but for me, whenever I come across an emotionally charged situation or issue, I always try to find the logic or reason behind it, and once I understand, it's easier for me to direct my emotions to be more productive.
Okay.
If you end up liking this video, at the end of it, please give it a like and also subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when there's a new video.
If you like my video, please
share the video if you can.
And subscribe.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Differentiating between motive, process, and result. Motive is different from the process, and process is different from the result, and result is different from the motive. This is a common thought process that's communicated to me whenever there's a solo release. Management company's favorite is member A. That's why they didn't give member B the same kind of promotion as member A. That resulted to member B's album doing not as well as member A's album. So it actually has three parts. First is the intention or the motive. Management company's favorite is member A. And then there's the process. That's why they didn't give him the same kind of promotion. And then the result. Member B's album didn't hit number one or didn't get the same kind of result as member A's album. The thing is that it's so hard to prove that the things happened because it was manipulated by the management company. So what if the promotion of member A was actually the decision of the member? Member B didn't promote the same way as member A because he didn't want to. Or maybe he wanted to, but the circumstances didn't allow it. Or maybe because the staff is incompetent. It doesn't make it okay, but a sabotage is different from incompetence. And then there's the result. Even if the management company comes up with a promotional template and every member actually follows the same kind of promotion,
the result will not be the
same kind of result.
Yes, agreed.
Because there are so many other variables at play.
The timing.
Who are the other artists that are releasing music right around the same time? Who is the target market? What is the genre of the album? Naturally, classical music is not going to sell as good as pop music. Hip-hop album in a Korean language isn't going to be as understood as English pop song. There's so many variables that it's virtually impossible for you to expect that each member is going to get the same kind of result.
We can only try and
Intention
support.
is very, very hard to prove. There are so many things in a promotion, so many things that's happening that logically it's just so impossible to conclude the intention.
Yes, agree.
Assumptions could put people in a bad light.
Yes.
Recently,
You know what assume does, right? ASSUME. It make an ass out of you and me. So I've learned that when I first learned English many years ago, and that was something always stuck in my brain. Do not assume because it makes an ass out of you and me. Okay.
there is an alleged statement from Spotify claiming that they separated the streaming count for Like Crazy English version and Korean version because it was requested by Jimin's agency, which is Big Hit, and fans are calling Big Hit stupid for doing that. They're saying that it's clearly sabotage, and I thought, what if it was Jimin who actually requested the count be separated? I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying, what if? We all know that Jimin is very particular in keeping the integrity of his work.
Yes.
So because they asked somebody else to translate Like Crazy Korean version to English, and if you put the two lyrics side by side, there is a deviation in the meaning of the song. What if, because he's very particular about keeping the integrity of the song, he requested that the count be separated? We've already called that action to be stupid, or that decision to be stupid. Are we then calling Jimin stupid? Again, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying, what if that's actually what happened?
If we don't
it's
know,
the same thing
right?
that happened to J-Hope, Jack in the Box. They didn't release a physical album in the beginning, and then fans were calling it outrageous and stupid, and then J-Hope later on revealed it was his decision to not release a physical album, which he regretted. But we've already called that decision to be stupid, right? So I think that's what jumping into conclusion means. When we say things without really thinking about how it's going to reflect possibly on the people that we care for. Have you or someone you know learned of a mistake or an error, and we said something like, whoever did this is stupid, and then later on we realized that the person who did it is actually someone we love or respect? It's something similar. You said something without thinking about the possible implication or reflection
Do not assume.
on someone you care for or love. I hope that made sense.
Yes, thank you.
BTS members, each of the member is intellectually and emotionally smart. I don't think they would have extended their contract even for their solo career with Big Hit if they are not treated right. I trust that. If I can just tell you the kind of offers that they get from US labels, but I don't have proof, so I can't tell you. But they get a lot of offers, unbelievable offers, but they have chosen to remain with Big Hit even for their solo careers, and I believe that says a lot. That's the same thing I assume of people that I care for and I respect. When they make a decision, whether or not I agree with that decision,
That's their decision.
I trust that they're doing it for their own good. I trust that they have thought about it, that they know what they're doing. And even if they are proven wrong in the end, down the road, I certainly am not going to rub it in their faces. I'm going to be supportive because that's the decision that they've made.
Yeah, you make a decision, whether it's a correct one or not, you move on with your life. And if it was a mistake, learn from your mistake and move on and be smarter next time. And that's how life is. We never know if our decision is correct at the time of the decision, at the time of the decisioning, right? So, you just need to learn from your lessons and then move on.
So in the end, no, I'm not going to say anything that could reflect on them badly.
Yes.
However, constructive criticisms are good. This is not
You
to say
can
Big Hit
make
is perfect.
suggestions
Far
and
from it.
recommendations, I think.
There
or,
are obvious shortcomings. Why was Jimin not allowed to do a music video for each of his songs, just like what he wanted? Why did RM not get US promotions? Why did Taeyong not get US radio support when all of his songs were actually in English? Why was Jimin's Like Crazy song not submitted for RIAA certification back in August when he hit 1 million in sales? Why was Taeyong's album Layover understocked? He could have broken the 2 million mark right off the bat. Why did Suga not get an encore US stadium tour for his D-Day tour, or at least one concert in a stadium? Why is Jungkook not given better collaborators in his album? At least in my opinion, they're not good enough for Jungkook. Why was BTS only given 1% stock shares? And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. BTS has changed global pop music forever. Forever. Their work ethic is the best, bar none. They deserve a team of the same caliber at the very least. There is obvious value in fans being very, very vocal and calling out Big Hit for all of the shortcomings. I think that helps keep Big Hit on their toes, and it helps Big Hit correct their mistakes. Constructive criticisms are good.
Yeah,
it
but
helps.
no,
And
not
who
attack.
better to call out Big Hit than ARMYs? ARMYs, quite frankly, is the one that's financing Big Hit.
Yes.
If it is ARMY's right, and to a certain extent responsibility, to actually demand Big Hit to match the work ethic of BTS.
But yes, we are financing the company with the purchase of the albums and the merch. But unfortunately, most of us are not stockholders. So we really cannot demand certain things. We are customers, but we're not stockholders. We can make noises and, well, I guess we can make demand, but I think we can make noises if we're not satisfied with the product that we purchase. But at the end, we are not stockholders. So I think there's a differentiation.
Unfortunately, there is a very, very thin line between constructive and destructive criticism. Vigilance has its benefits and disadvantages. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. BTS ARMY is vigilant, and it's part of the reason BTS managed to achieve so much in their career. But absolutely everything in this world has two sides. Many fans of BTS individual members are irritating.
Yes.
They have a victim mentality, and often their desire to put their favorite as, or position their favorite as the best member or most popular member, actually they just end up putting their favorite or their bias in a bad light. But I have to admit that they also help their favorite or their bias to achieve so much in their career. Some of them are able to trend their favorite in social media. They fend off some of the haters. They help the members reach new heights. And we, of course, love that. But I wish, so at least in this aspect, I will take the good with the bad. If there's anything that I really, really just don't want them to do, it is to attack other members.
Yeah.
Which actually leads me to my next point.
Solo
BTS
stance,
members are not their fans. I think it is very evident how BTS members love each other. They admire each other, they respect each other, and I think that's part of how they've been able to form a strong bond, and that actually reverberates in their music, their career, their stage, and the overall success of the group. I
Hi,
don't think they would
boys.
wish each other harm. Actually, close or not, I don't think they would wish other people any harm. So I do see the value of fans being very vocal about all of these things, and I think they should continue being vocal. I think they should continue putting pressure
Vocal but
on Big Hit
logical,
to
okay?
do better in their job, because BTS deserves nothing less. But I just wish that they will not do anything that would harm other members. And that's actually what I also try to learn in my personal life. I'm very, very protective of my family, of my friends, the people that I care for, basically. And I have to continuously learn where to draw the line. I have to think about the implications of my words and how that might hurt them. I have family members and friends who I have watched fall in love with who I perceive to be the wrong person. I've said very, very awful things about the person they love, only for me to learn later on that all the things that I hated or criticized actually was the decision of my family member or the person that I care for. But by then it was too late. I can't unsay the things that I've already said, and I can't make them forget the pain of my words. And the other thing is, even if it was the decision of the other person, it would still be the person that they care for. So whatever I say would still hurt them because they care for that person. I hope that made sense. So yeah, in conclusion, I do see the value of being very vocal, of pressuring Big Hit to do better, because BTS
Deserves everything.
nothing
Yes.
less.
Yes.
But I hope that we leave out the other members, because I personally really believe that they are not going to wish harm on other members. So I think that, if you're a real fan of a member, of a single member, then you would recognize as well that they care for
Yes.
their group members and their brothers, basically. That's where I stand. You asked and I answered.
Thank you.
I hope that we can just continue supporting all the members, all of their solo releases. But I do hope, and I would like to hear, I hope to hear what you have to say, your side of the story, your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below. Please, you can say anything that you want to say, but please be very, very respectful.
Yes.
You can also get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. And if you ended up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe and hit that notification button. And of course, share the video if you can. Please follow me on Twitter. I am going to convert that Twitter account soon to an Asian entertainment and culture account. And I will keep everything personal in my Instagram. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Till next time.
Thank you. So what have we learned? First of all, do not assume. If you don't know the fact, do not assume that someone or that Big K is doing any member injustice. Also, it's okay to criticize. It's okay to be vocal, but be logical. Just don't blur things out when you don't have the fact to back you up. We are all very emotional when it comes to the boys. I can say that because I don't want to hear anybody say anything bad about BTS or any of the members. I do have my favorite. You all know my favorite is Jin, and my second very close is Suga. But it doesn't mean that I love the other 5 any less. It's just Jin and Suga has a very special place in my heart. I do not wish any of them harm. If anybody say anything bad about any of them, it gets me ugh. But I protect them. I love them and protect them like they're my own children. I am old enough to be their mom. Okay, so whatever. And I want to say that be vocal but be logical. And do not assume. I mean, am I repeating myself? I think I'm repeating myself. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. So this is a very calm video, which is good because I don't want to be triggered today. And I'm going to see if there's any other video that I want to react on camera from her channel. I do not have a Twitter account. Actually, I do, but I just don't use Twitter. So no, I guess I'm not gonna follow her on Twitter, but I might follow her personal account on Instagram. So anyway, to wrap this up, I'm gonna repeat myself again. Do not assume, be vocal, but be logical. And if you're a solo stan, you will not like my channel, so you can leave. It's okay. But if you love all of the boys as much as I do, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and share whatever you have to do. But anyway, until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.